Weight matchup between Holm and Raquel Pennington. Well, she is about as accomplished a submission specialist as we have in this division, and candidly, not many women are able to stand up to that type of challenge.
It's very difficult to try and fight a specialist in the position that they are so good at getting you to, because it's her ability to trick you into grappling with her that makes her so special. And when you're on step 2 of a jiu-jitsu exchange, she's already graduated.
Right.
School's already out of session by the time you're ready to go into the classroom. Because the moment you leave any limb hanging, you leave the arm now, arm bar is already thrown up on you. You get too low on her hips, she throws up the triangle choke. If you get too high with your body, she'll be rolling knee bar, ankle lock, leg lock. It does not matter. There are just so many submissions in her arsenal that you are constantly in danger.
School's out for summer, champ. We'll see how quickly she can get this fight to the ground tonight. All right, here she is, and still one of the best bantamweights or featherweights on this UFC roster, Holm. She has had Mike Winkeljohn in her ear since she was 16, 17 years old, and she still believes she is adding layers to her striking game and getting better like a fine wine.
Holm is the type of fighter that the canvas is completely open to painting on. Holm was the 2012 female boxer of the year.
Crazy.
Then after all that time away from boxing, she then becomes the UFC champion and does that with a variation of skills, not just boxing. As you see in the Megan Anderson fight, when things got tough on her feet, she had an ability to take it to the ground and use her grappling to win that fight. But the biggest moment was the knockout of Ronda Rousey when she was a massive underdog to capture her first UFC championship.
Maybe the most signature win in UFC history for any man or woman, and one of the best highlights you will ever see. Holm looking for more where that came from here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 9 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, Raquel "Rocky" Pennington. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a boxer, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Holly, the Preacher's Daughter.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
And we are underway. Opens with the inside leg kick. So the fighters clinch here early, and she has really historically done some of her best work in these type of fighting situations.
Yes, she does a great job of overwhelming you with this clinch position. With all the homework, with all the detail, it's hard to keep up. She gives you a test every single day. You don't get a test every week, every quarter. You get a test every day whenever you're fighting this young lady. You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Spinning back.
Oh, big elbow. Hook to the body here, but strong defense to block the shot by Holm. Ooh. Just unable to quite find that range. Battle for position here.
Nice kick.
Oh, she connected with that right hand, DC.
She's so fast when she throws it. There is no tell as to when that right hand is coming.
3 minutes to go here, round one.
What a body kick.
Back in the clinch now. Holm gets the tie clinch here.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, good defense here to stay upright after that single leg takedown offering. Lands the lead left punch. So again, they will clinch here. Nice leg kick there by Holm. And she switches to southpaw.
Right hand punch from the clinch.
Effective punch there by the Preacher's Daughter. So just over 20 total strikes have connected for Holm.
Nice kick.
Oh, you know about her kick. She's got him going tonight. Big head kick.
Big leg kick land.
All right, so the fighters are in the clinch again, DC. I get tired just watching these situations.
It's exhausting. This is a position where you are constantly draining at the gas tank of your opponent.
90 seconds to go in the opening round.
Dig and kick. There's no tell on that leg kick.
All right, so once again, the fighters engage in the clinch. We'll see who will have the upper hand here, champ.
There are so many options to dictate and control this exact position. Who is going to take advantage of it?
Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown, D? And she's back in the clinch. Takedown defense holds up.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and try to find space.
30 seconds now to go in the opening round.
Let's go! Move your feet!
Beautiful leg kick thrown.
Oh, effective strike there by Holm. Again, she chooses to clinch here.
Big punch from the clinch.
Switching stances here. Oh! Oh! Oh, massive knee up top. Oh! So a strong 5 minutes down. All right, so a huge moment for her in that previous round, DC, as we show you some of the highlights. The knockdown nearly closed the show for her.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the knockdown because it looked like the fight was over. Now, is her opponent tough? Yes. But is her opponent smart enough to make the necessary adjustment as this fight goes forward?
Excellent job that way. Every punch you throw seems to be landing. I want you to keep that going. Don't.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight.
It's messed up really bad.
Holly Holm's strike attempt there is blocked.
Clinch.
Pennington gets caught with that punch. Don't be a nice takedown defense there and promptly scrambles back to her feet. Right hand upstairs. Well, she's landed some good shots, but kind of point fighting a little bit, right? Nothing in terms of combinations.
And that's the problem. When you start point fighting, if you're jabbing and it's landing, if your opponent's landing more dominant strikes, you run the risk of the judge scoring for them.
Right.
Get in there, stick your nose in the fight. Don't be afraid to get a little bit dirty.
51 total strikes for Holly Holm. Well, dipping just below 50% in terms of the connection rate, landing with 49% accuracy tonight thus far against Raquel Pennington. And she landed a kick there, DC. That was well done.
Well done. She does a great job of recognizing the opening and getting the leg there. Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow. Oh, big punch land.
Pennington going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range. And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Strike to the body here. Instead, it's turned away by Holly Holm.
Oh, big knee! Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish. Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
How good is her movement here on the ground, right? Shades of Ray Borg, just transitioning so beautifully.
Yeah, she's so good at transitions and movement. Her ability is unmatched.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Holm. Well, she was long on grappling experience coming into the UFC, and you see her chops here, just beautiful when it comes to the transition game.
It's very difficult to keep up with her on the ground.
Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really a sight to behold.
You can tell that she spent a lifetime developing this skill with the way that she's able to move with so little effort on the mat.
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success from this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round two and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round one. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round two. She has clearly found her rhythm and range. Oh, nice connection by her there. And when you cut your opponent around the eye, you got to go right back at her.
And she is doing a great job of showing no mercy. She is landing over and over in that exact spot. Nice looping punch. Oh, clinch position. Watch the knees and the elbows come now.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Just unable to quite find that range.
You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks. Oh, nice elbow.
Oh, nice short elbows here in the clinch by Holly Holm. 20 seconds to go, round two.
Great punch.
All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back in this situation.
Absolutely. Both of these fighters love fighting chest to chest. The uglier the fight, the better.
All right, that's the end of round number two. All right, so there is the horn, so we will see another round. You thought maybe with that knockdown that could have been the end.
You thought it was over. People don't usually get up from those types of strikes. She took that big punch, continued to plod forward. But if she does not move her head, her night will be over very quickly.
Let's relax. Excellent work. All those rounds on the pads for the gym paid off.
You ready? You ready?
Third round underway. Oh, she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. It's one thing to be aggressive, but also efficient. She is certainly doing that. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Left hand punch in the clinch.
All right, so now she engages in the tie clinch, and of course, if you're fighting hands as the opponent, you leave everything else wide
She
open.
leaves everything open, and she will dig big, brutal knees to the body. Can't take many of those. You better check. Man, she can hardly stand now, and if she was a step behind before when she was fresh, how do you think she feels now that she's barely able to step on that leg?
Oh, the right hand is there for her. Back and forth we go! Big elbow there, lands. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. All right, so both fighters now sort of struggling for position here in the clinch. When you find yourself in this situation, what do you do to get out of it?
Anytime it's very tough, anytime you're chest to chest, you have nowhere to go, I think to myself, underhook. Whoever's winning the underhook is winning the clinch battle.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. How about that shin? So 103 total strikes have connected for Holly Holm. And above 50% too when it comes to the connection rate, landing with 51% accuracy against Raquel Pennington.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down with the head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and try to find space.
Keep your head in it. Keep your head in it.
And potentially a critical takedown here. Man, she is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Pennington's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Oh, when you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, that's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position, unreal to see.
So we have crossed the midpoint in this one. Well, Holm's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there. It's the elbow there. Wow, is she applying a lot of pressure here? I'm not sure how much her opponent can take. Clear sense of urgency here as she tries to make sure the judges stay out of it. Under 2 minutes now to go.
Don't get to that lead leg.
Nice.
All right, so once again, oh, the master of the transition. Nice scramble. Outstanding kick there by Raquel Pennington.
Again, back into this position.
All right, so will the elbows and knees soon follow? The first step is the tie clinch. She has it here.
She secured the tie clinch. Now she's gonna start to elbow and knee to try to put damage on her opponent.
And they separate.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Ooh.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. All right, so again, we find ourselves here in the clinch where there are obviously no shortage of subtleties and nuances. A lot of motions in here that maybe are lost on the casual fan.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be the underhook. For all the things that happen in this position, the person wins.
Oh!
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's gonna finish this fight.
Big knee to the body. All right, so no surprise. Once again, we find ourselves here in this clinch situation. We'll see who can advance.
Who's going to be the person to dictate the pressure? Who's going to control the engagement from this 50-50 position?
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Well, I hope the judges recognize that she's blocking the majority of these shots. She's doing a beautiful job, I think, defensively.
She's doing a great job defensively.
All right, well, what a round it was. You know, she kicks like a mule, and that kicking game was on full display in that round, champ.
And you see the damage that it's done to her opponent. Her opponent's limping back to the corner. She's moving much more slowly as the fight is going on. That was a great game plan developed by her and her coaches.
All right, here we go with our next round. I know you said off the top she might have the best kicking game in this division, and if the previous round is any indication, those words, I think, are pretty true.
John, honestly, watching after that round, it feels like she may have the best kicking game in the whole UFC.
Wow.
Because her opponent has not been... She heard about it. You can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight? See, there it is. She switched.
Oh, you can see her limp it a little bit now. That leg is hurting for certain. Wow, what a kick. Huge kick lands. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown, D? All right, so the fighters are in the clinch again, DC. I get tired just watching these situations.
It's exhausting. This is a position where you are constantly draining at the gas tank of your opponent.
All right, so she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round, as efficient as any. That'll do it! So a seminal moment in her young career here tonight as she gets the win by TKO. That is how you make noise and make a statement to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 24 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, Holly, the Preacher's Doctor, Holm.
All right, so there she is, your winner by TKO. She felt like her power would be a big storyline in this one, and she was absolutely right.
Power was going to be the difference. So what she did was she reserved it a little bit, found the spot, found the opening, landed the first shot that hurt her opponent, then found the follow-up shots that allowed her to win this fight by TKO.